Hello and welcome back to this short little mini brief interview series for the Business Ascension Symposium and Awards. Today I've got the phenomenal Kelly Vikings.
Thank
Kelly, let us know who you
you.
are, where you're from.
Oh, thanks, lovely. I'm Kelly Vikings. I am the founder of New Earth Business. I live down here in Cornwall, so I'm all the way down in the bottom of the southwest of the United Kingdom, and I'm going to be joining you in East York. Is it East Yorkshire? Yeah. So I'm going to be coming up and shining my light, and celebrating all the amazing people that are part of this phenomenal event.
Yes, I can't wait. I'm so excited. So, Kelly, you're not just one of our amazing nominees, gone into finalists. Only 4 weeks we find out who's won in the categories, but you've also chosen to be a bigger part of this movement. And I remember the first conversation we had with me putting the call out for speakers and the was it a phone call? Was it voice notes? I can't even remember. I think it was just voice
I
notes.
think it was everything.
We just connected straight away. And when we
Yeah.
had that conversation, there's been a few things that you've shared with me about that. And I'd love you to share with those that are watching and listening in. What was it from that conversation that gave you the, I have to do this, I have to be a part of this movement?
100%. There were, I think, two or three things that really drew me in, and my heart just literally was like, I'm in. Number one was the way that you spoke about your vision and wanting to see everyone, a fully inclusive event that captured the hearts of every soul that had been serving in the spiritual space, in the entrepreneurial space, where quite often, as spiritual entrepreneurs, and we see it all the time, we lead with love, we lead with our hearts, we lead with our souls, and we sacrifice many aspects of ourselves, and we put others first, and we're there for other people, and we're doing the things that quite often aren't even done by other entrepreneurs. And that's no disrespect or judgment, but it's the truth. And in that, we're quite often the silent ones that just do what we have to do and don't necessarily be celebrated or have the light shone on us. And what I loved about your conversation and your passion just shone through massively was, we need to shine the light on these people. And I was like, she's right. We need to shine the light on these people.
You do. And thank you for sharing that, Kelly, because I think even though I had the vision, even though I've known for 2 years I need to bring this together, and I just didn't have the courage at first to do it. And then this year I've just gone, I have to do this.
Yeah.
Even if I fall flat on my face, even if I don't get anyone nominating, even if I don't get anybody in this space, I've got to try. I've got to try and do something. And just shortly after the nomination, it makes me quite emotional. Just shortly after the nominations went out, I received an email from this amazing soul, and she said, Vicky, I've been in this space for over 30 years. I've changed thousands of lives, and I've always been really humble and I've always stayed quiet. And yet nobody's ever recognized me before until now.
Oh.
That moment there, right there, was the moment that made me go, this is why I'm doing this.
Mm.
For all the lives that get changed from spiritual entrepreneurs, you can't be a holistic energy healer and not be an entrepreneur, because you have to go out and gain clients. So you have to run your own business. We don't have that traditionally in normal medical practices here in the UK. So you have to set up as your own business, but that comes with its own challenges between fighting through society, traditions, lack of belief, lack of understanding, the fear mongering, the fear seeding that comes with the energetics. And to know that even if it was just for the nomination part, that amazing, beautiful soul for 5 minutes was given that light to say, I've been seen, because they probably never would have given it to themselves.
Mm.
And this is where I get quite passionate about the spiritual community in terms of, as you say, the
Mm.
sacrifices we make to support others, even at our own detriment sometimes.
Yeah.
We've
We've done
recently,
it. We know, like, and that's the thing. It's not like say so. It's lived experience. We've learnt it, we've felt it, we've seen it, yeah, it's all of it.
Mm. So this movement, I'm so honoured that you have come on board, and I hope you don't mind sharing that actually over the last month, we've really got to know each other in terms of the core of who we are as people, not just as business associates or collaborators.
100%.
And one thing that I've taken from this, Kelly, with yourself is I am so honoured completely to have you with us in this event, to see the generational barriers we're breaking down and knowing that we get to do that together
Yeah.
is just so phenomenal. So for those that are kind of watching and might not fully understand what I'm referring to, there's been some incidences where things have occurred that were unexpected. And in those moments, Kelly and I have had to have some quite in-depth conversations and also go from, as I said, being collaborators to actually becoming two souls who are fully connected and know what we want and how we work and how we operate together. And it's been a really beautiful experience. And I will say there are not many people in this world that have the same heart that Kelly has. And
Thank you,
just the
Vicky.
heart, the courage, and the strength to keep going. So to have Kelly on the team for the UK's first Spiritual Entrepreneur Awards is just, from my heart, the one of the best feelings that I could have right now. So Kelly, tell us a little bit about your workshop that you're going to be sharing with us. And this is such an exciting topic, guys, so stay tuned.
Well, I also want to just say something in response to that as well, if that's okay, Vicky. Yeah. Because you're right, we didn't really know each other particularly well, and we've both had to have some really uncomfortable conversations because of things that have happened, that may have threatened or derailed your vision and everything that you've worked really hard behind the scenes doing the things that some people just wouldn't. And it's not, I think some people can throw and cast kind of things, stones, if you like, but unless you're actually in the arena and unless you're actually the person navigating it, my view is, none of us should really be in that judgment seat. We should all stand together, and this movement is beyond us. It's beyond you, it's beyond me. It's like, this is about the people, and sometimes we've got to stand, we've got to kind of rise above even our own ego, our own self, and just go, do you know what, this is worthy of standing up for. And for me, that's why. And I not only gained a voice, if you like, because I've never been celebrated for what I do. I've never had an award for being a spiritual business owner. I've never been recognised. And so, even for me, to feel like I'm part of something like this, to feel like I've been recognised a little bit as well, is massive. And I just feel like I've not just gained that recognition, but I have actually gained a good friend. Because not many people would have the conversations that we've, yes, they were enabled, but then through that, the way that you respond says everything. And you have been, yeah, you've done everything you can. So I'm behind you.
Thank you. That's getting a bit soppy now, Kelly.
Can we move on? Can we move on?
I'm going to sit here with snot tears in a
But
sec.
no, if you're gonna, if you've mentioned it, and that's my response to that is, you
Great.
can be really proud as well of what you've done and what you're achieving.
Thank you.
What was your question?
So,
I
well, I
forgot.
think it's I no, I think it needs to be shared. Like we've had some hurdles that we've had to jump over. We've had some real soul recalibration moments that have had to go. So to be able to be in the situation that we're in now, we're able to stand linking arms and standing together through the next stages is just really actually quite phenomenal. Because
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna swear the shit that went down, if that had happened 5 years ago,
Oh,
my mental health would have been in a dire state. And without going into further detail, I'm very proud to be sat as the position that I'm in today, with the final ticket sales about to come together, having all the finalists ready to go, and building up the excitement for the UK's first ever Spiritual Entrepreneur Awards. So, with that note, Kelly, with you linking arms with me, standing strong, you're not just being in that movement, you are an epitome, you're a massive part of the day as well. So with that day, you're going to be showcasing an amazing workshop. So what are people going to be learning from you on the day?
That was the question. That's cool. So I'm going to be talking about advanced business energetics, which is the thing that I've been weaving and learning and enjoying and just embodying for the last like 5 years and teaching and just, yeah, everything. And it's just, I love the, when I think about like embodiment of our energetics, our original soul, it's beautiful and it's so powerful. And I think in business, people skip the kind of self, starting to work on yourself. Or they bypass it in a way that is like, I've done that now. And we both know that things come up and we have work to do. Like you can't shy from that. Um, the life of a spiritual entrepreneur is a constant and continual evolution. And then with that, it's the sprinkling of the AI. And it's the thing that I love the most is understand it's not just chat GPT, there's a whole level to AI and digital technology, but it's done with integrity and it's done in a way that we're still fully bringing with us like the creative elements of creative entrepreneurs, because I absolutely adore those that have that creative mind. And we can't take away from that. But AI and some of the digital technology that is going to be able to help us to work smarter, faster, and elevate our business, that's the bit that we need to understand. So for me, I'm going to be talking about both.
Yeah, I love it. And I love that you're doing that. I love that you're bringing the energetics with the AI because it just alchemizes that disconnection between human and bot. And it just allows that to flow. So I'm really looking forward to learning with that with you as well. That's like
Thank
super
you.
duper exciting. So with that, we've got I mean, we've got so much that we could sit here and talk about, Kelly. So tell me in your own words, how did it feel when you received the email to say that you are through to the finals?
For me, I'll be honest here. It was like, wow, I wasn't expecting that for myself. I am really like I'm learning to accept good compliments and recognition is something that I've probably struggled with myself most, is like, no, I'm just doing my thing. Um, but for me, I was seeing the ripples of those that I had nominated. And I had nominated some really beautiful entrepreneurs in the spiritual space. And so for me, genuinely, it was more about seeing them and seeing them open their emails and then share their posts with all the little digital. Like for me, that's the movement. That's why I'm here. That's what lit me up. And that's why I wanted to sponsor, was the vision behind championing and celebrating others. And I just think that for me is just beautiful. It goes beyond ourselves.
It does. It does. And I'm loving how humble you're still being on this one, Kelly. But we're going to let it slide. We're going to let it slide. We are
Thank
going to
you.
see Kelly's face on the night anyway. So we'll see what happens with the finalists and the winners, and the judges are going to be
We're
working.
all
And
winners, aren't
that's
we?
it. Everybody is a winner. Everybody is a
Yeah.
winner in my eyes. And whether you're
What a
nominated,
night it's going to be. Like, literally, I feel like sometimes, when you've worked for something and you've really kind of feel like, do you know what? Everyone deserves to be there. The people that are there are the right people. The people that are there are going to support and champion and celebrate each other. And it's like we've got people coming from all over the world, all different lumps, bumps, and sizes. Like, we're just going to enjoy being part of something that is just all about celebrating and recognizing the spiritual space in entrepreneurism.
absolutely. And ultimately bridging the gap between business and
Yeah.
spirituality. Because even now, even today, we still have that divide, and it's time to close the gap and bring it together. The magic that we can create if we all bridge that gap. So, Kelly, thank you so much for joining me for
You're
this
welcome.
interview. Where can everyone come and find you and find out a little bit more about the New Earth business? And I do believe you've just launched some Oracle cards.
Well, they are coming. I haven't launched them yet. They'll be coming in November. Hopefully, I'm hoping that I might have them to come to oversee the event, which would be amazing in the awards. But for me, people can come and find me on my website, and it's just kellyvikings.com. But there is some really cool stuff on there. And I know that you're going to do some sharing and things of like the Empire Map and just like the digital tools and things. Again, it's helping people to understand their energetics,
Yeah.
but then also they using AI as well. So
Yeah.
there's some AI assistants and things in there that really help you to kind of develop your business. And I think, you know, for me, if people want to kind of find out a little bit about me, just come and speak to me. You know, I'm not a hiding person. I'm here. I am actually a real person, you know.
I hear you. I think sometimes we build up these visions of people being in the online space, and then when you're with them in person, it's like alien. Like, I don't know who
Yeah.
you are. So yeah, I hear that. But yes, go find Kelly, kellyvikings.com, and we will see you on the 16th of October. If you haven't got your tickets yet, make sure you do. The ticket sales will close on the 24th of September because I need to finalize everything with the venue. So on
They
that,
need to come along.
yeah, you're not in with the party. Get those hips moving and come and share this
Am I
experience.
allowed to wear my Vikings collar?
You can wear whatever you like.
Cool. I'm in. I'm bringing it.
Whatever you like. This is a spiritual business event. There is nothing that is,
Right, the drum's coming as well then.
yeah, absolutely. Bring it all, bring it all. Right, my lovely. Thank you so
Thank
much for
you.
joining me today. I've loved chatting with you again, Kelly. And to those
Everyone.
that are watching, get your ticket, get yourself involved. And if you have got questions, reach out to one of us.
And
If
go
you
VIP.
Yes, definitely go VIP as well because I've got some extra goodies coming in
Yeah,
for VIP. So make sure you're getting your VIP tickets in and as well because that is going to be a really special space that day. Even I'm looking forward to being in
me
the
too.
room. Even as a facilitator, I'm looking forward to being in that room. So get yourselves along, make sure you get in there and we will speak to you all very soon. Bye-bye.